What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 8 of Phat RAGS, where we get your car on, we have a chat about it and we send it. And you join me on this semi-windy, miserable day with this 525 horsepower 225 Megane. So let's get into it. Right, so today we're doing things a little bit differently because the weather is not on our side. So we've jumped in the car today to do the chat about the specs and stuff and everything. So first of all, thanks for coming on the channel.
All right, thanks for having us.
Let's hear about it. So what you got?
It's fully forged Megane engine, cams, low compression, pistons, meth injected, fuel system in the back, massive Holset turbo. At the minute it's at 525 horsepower.
Hold on, just where did you get the turbo from first? Don't just brush over that.
Facebook's house.
Yeah, and what is it from?
From a lorry in America.
There you go, so it's from a Cummins motor, you say?
Yeah, from a Cummins engine, yeah.
So it's a big old turbo. I'll run that over the top for you guys to see now because you've probably seen it in the intro anyway, but it's a big old boy, this turbo, so I can't wait to see what this thing does. And like I say, the weather isn't on our side. We've got the draggy with us today as well, so we're going to have a little play around with that and see what we can do. But so yeah, so the engine, you would say it's 525 at the minute?
Yeah, 525 at the moment. Sort of maxing out what it's getting at the moment. There's a few more bits we're going to have to look at changing if we want to push up a bit higher.
Yeah.
But it's more than enough power
Yeah,
as it is for the road and stuff at the moment.
Have you had this corner weighted?
No.
Do you know how much it weighs roughly?
It's got quite a lot of sound deadening and stuff in the door, so and some of the stuff's come out, so it's probably about what the stock weight was.
Okay, what about
general.
1200?
I think they sit about 1350.
Okay.
These ones, being
right,
5
okay.
doors, a little bit
Right.
extra weight with the glass and stuff, but I think it's probably about 1350.
Okay,
sitting at.
1350, yeah, nice. And obviously we've got the cage in the back and stuff, so this is your track car, essentially.
Yes.
Family track car.
It was started off as a family car.
Don't they all?
And now it's just a fully fledged track car and the odd little blast on the road car.
Obviously what you've got done, obviously other than the cage and stuff and the interior stuff we've spoken about, what you've got going on suspension?
It's on BC coilovers, adjustable drop links, all recently just been set up and balanced for the height. It's not corner weight, but just to make sure they're all even across all 4 of them.
Yeah. It's
got the Mark III Megane brakes, PFC pads in it.
And wheels and tyres, what you've got going on down there?
Techno Magnesium, I think they're called. K-Tech made them.
Okay, Tech wheel?
Yeah, from
I
K-Tech.
didn't know that.
Yeah, they've done very limited batch of them.
They're styled like the compos, aren't they?
Yeah,
I said to him when he pulled up, I was like, see these compomotives?
Yeah, they look very similar to the combos, but they do these come in. They come in stock ET, so
Okay.
they sit exactly the same way the stock wheels set.
Oh right, is that what
you
you
can't
got?
get? Yeah, you can't get the comps in the same factory settings.
Got ya. Have you had it spaced at all, or is it just as
No,
is?
as is.
Okay.
It's got stud and nut conversion on it just to make it a bit easier to get them on and off. But yeah.
Nice. Right, what else we've got going on? We'll talk about what's going on in here first. There's so much, because it's quite an old car, obviously you've updated a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's.
What we've got going on in here?
Right, so we've got the Clio 197 steering wheel that's been retrimmed.
Yeah.
The dials have been changed out for some Speedina ones, which are custom made with a few items put in them. There's quite a few gauges and stuff in here, so we'll show after.
Yeah.
Got a boost controller inside here with a nice little scramble button, which is
That
good.
one, yeah, nice.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of bits that have changed, but it's also to benefit you as you're driving it.
Yeah, of course. What's so you said you got map setups, different map setups.
Yeah, so it's got through the boost controller that can do 7 settings.
Okay.
6 and a scramble mode, which is all out everything.
Okay.
And you can just change them on the fly just by a click of the button.
Nice. So what you got going on with the exhaust?
It is a SAS tubular manifold that's been modified to suit the Holset turbo.
Yeah.
In 3-inch straight through pipe all the way to the back with a K-Tech back box.
Nice. So I see you keep the back box a bit straight
Just to keep it a bit quiet for the track, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I was going to say, because regulations and stuff, they'll come in, won't they?
Yeah, so it
loud.
did get loud when we had loads of pops and bangs in it. We had to take them out because they was too loud as well for the track. So
Cool.
it's fairly tame and quite quiet for general driving until you're on it. And then
So you get on it. Yeah, that's the best of both worlds, isn't it? Then, isn't it? You say don't do your heading when you're cruising, but then you can step on it. And...
You'll say it's quite sensible and normal to drive on normal driving, and then when you're planting it, it's an animal.
Right. Well, I'm not going to waste anyone's time because clearly everyone's going to want to see this thing go. So, let's cut to that. Right, so we're out now in the Megane, obviously. So obviously the roads aren't that dry, so we're gonna have to take some sort of care. But we'll, like I say, we'll cycle through the boost modes and stuff and see what she's all about. While we're driving to the next spot, how long have you had the car?
Since 2015, so 7 years.
Okay. Was the car bone stock? You got it?
Basically, yeah. It had like springs and stuff and like painted wheels and stuff, but performance-wise, yeah, standard.
So this is all your build?
Yes.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it cost you to get to this point?
Well, this is the second Forge engine that's gone in it. The first one blew up.
Oh, you done one? Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Done a Forge engine. So this is probably, as long as the missus don't see,
$1 million.
probably about 30 grand.
30?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Yeah. And that's with
Right.
I do like doing up all the work myself.
Yeah.
And it's just in the parts. The
Yeah.
amount of parts it's had, it's chops and changes and bits and bobs have been changing through everything. It just soon mounts up and yeah.
Is that all through trial and error then, like you say?
Yeah, a lot of it is. This car done has done a lot of. It was the first one to run a 22T hybrid turbo.
Oh, really?
In Europe, yeah. So it was first done that, and no one does much with the 5 doors.
Yeah.
So
you've done quite a lot of development work as well as obviously getting it to this point.
yeah. And there was lots of bits from many hours of research on the internet, and then a lot of it figuring out how to do it myself, and going from there. So it's a lot of everything's been custom. There's not much of it that was how you'd buy it from a shop.
Yeah. What intercooler are you running on there? I forgot to run it.
It's just a eBay special one, but it's a massive one.
Okay.
Chris at EFI, he ran the same one in his R5 up to about 800 horsepower.
Bloody hell.
Because when I went up there before, we went through the eBay links and it was the same item that we both bought.
Okay.
So it's more than suitable.
Makes a nice noise, the turbo.
Yeah.
Sounds completely different to the 225 engine normally.
Yeah.
What did you say that was? Why was that?
The manifold.
Right, okay.
Manifold for the turbo, because it's tubular.
Yeah.
It makes a hell of a difference in the sound to them.
I've been in and seen a lot of, obviously, it's the same engine in the Mark III. The engine doesn't rev as aggressively as this.
No, this just pulls and pulls and pulls.
What is this rev to, did you say?
7.2.
Well, what do they normally run to?
It's about 6.5, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
it's got all the head work done, so it can have a bit more. It could rev to probably about 8,000, but you're pushing the limits on some of the other bits, so we didn't want to run it past where it's safe to use.
Yeah, no, I get that. So what is your low boost setting then, power-wise?
I haven't got it recorded, but it makes about 23 psi.
Right, and what power does that make at that bar?
I would imagine probably about 360.
Okay, so this is the lowest boost now?
Yeah.
Right, and then it goes all the way up to 525?
Yeah, and on scramble mode it makes 30 psi, so it makes a little bit past the 525, but it hasn't been monitored or measured, so I don't actually know what that is.
Well, we'll get into that last. We'll get into the old scramble mode last and just fully send it. But obviously, as well, like you saw obviously in the intro, all the boot build and stuff. Like normally a lot of this stuff doesn't get documented, but it's all under the boot floor and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. So I sort of tucked away in the boot because before the cage went in, it still had the 5 seats in it.
Yeah.
It's only just gone out. We went out with the kids and the wife and stuff, so it was still a usable car, but with a lot of power.
Yeah. run on this as well?
Helix paddle.
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't like. It's not rated to the power.
Okay.
It's not very comfortable or nice to drive in traffic with the clutch because it's really heavy.
Heavy, yeah, I was going to say, it's a heavy
drive,
pedal, yeah.
But it's held the power. It's been in there for quite a few years, quite a few track days, quite a lot of miles. So if it ain't broke, I'm not going to repair it.
No, of course, yeah, if it's taking it, then it's fine. You've had no issues with clutch slip or anything like that?
No, none.
That's what I was going to ask you about actually. What's that turbo like for lag?
It is quite laggy.
Yeah.
Obviously it's massive, so it's going to always be laggy.
Yeah. What's this, top boost?
Top, full whack, everything boost.
Right, we're going full whack already. That really started to pick up straight, like you say, you ran out of road straight away.
Yeah, that's more the issue.
Jesus Christ. That started to move and literally it got to the point, like I say, we're coming up to a corner and another car, we're like, yep, let's dip out of that. I bet this is an absolute animal track.
Yeah, it will be, yeah. I've not had it on the highest settings, so I don't have this controller in it when it went on the track last.
Okay. Where did you go last on track?
Snetterton, it was last year.
Right, my go. How's this work?
So you click it in the side and put it up. Like
This
normal
handbrake is... Oh, I was waiting for a clip. It's quite heavy, but it's not too bad, is it?
No.
Right, this is my first experience in a 225, and we're doing it with 500 horsepower. Makes sense? Oh yeah, you can feel it. I see what you mean now. You can feel it pick up.
You're only out to 13 psi there.
Yeah.
You're only on low boost.
Turbo makes a real good noise. Brakes are so you can. This would be an animal track.
Yeah, the brakes afterwards.
There's the boost. There's the boost. Doesn't move around too much either, to be fair.
No, it doesn't talk to it at all. Even with, you still have to hold on, but you can't, it doesn't talk to it. You can drive it one-handed quite easily.
Feels good. It's really strong. Oh yeah. Really starts coming on there, Jesus. Yeah, so when that picks up, like you said, once that gets over $4,000, this thing starts chipping on like you got NOS. Oh, we've got a Karen. She's not happy about that. So what is this? You say this basically up to this point. How long you had it like this?
It's been at this power for about a year now.
Okay. So it's a good 6 year like project to get to this point.
Yeah, it's been through, so it was box stand for about a couple of years, up to 3 years.
Yeah.
And then was going to do a clutch in it, and then the clutch turned into, whilst to me I'll just change the head gasket a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to give it a freshen up, rebuild, change the cam belt. That turned into a fully forged build. And then
Spirals, didn't it?
Yeah, and then that spirals, and then once it was at that point, then it's just going up. So it went from 387 horsepower, then up to 405, then up to 525. Mega.
Picks up so fast. What shift you got in? Is it just short shift?
Yeah, just a short shifter, yeah. It's to be fair, when you're at high revs in high boost, it doesn't always like going into gear. gear so easily. You have to be a bit sympathetic because you might have heard the mischange, but
yeah, it was hard to find fourth then.
yeah, I still struggle to get in there sometimes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, so don't take it too personal.
I went straight down. I was like, that's not a gear.
Got it.
What's the quickest time this is done?
So far, I've had it at 7.3.
7.300 to done?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But that was still spinning up a bit.
Yeah.
With old tyres on, the old tyres on it, not these ones. At night time, so the road's a bit colder, so it should do a good 6. But it's just trying to keep the traction in enough to make it grip.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it is. There's just so much rev range to play with as well. You can see this would be an absolute glory to have, like out of a low corner, you can say third gear, third.
Just stay in third all the way through.
Yeah, man, like you just get so much, you gain so much speed through one gear, it's crazy. Like I've always said with hatchbacks as well, like all them hot hatches, once you get out of second, that's when you know you've got a quick car.
Yeah.
Third and fourth, that's when you really know, because that's normally when you'll find like a standard car's a lot more linear.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, well, that's when you get the wind resistance, when you got to overpower it, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. But this is like, this gets into third and fourth and it starts getting on, like, you know, it really starts moving. Give us a whole lot. We'll have the windows open for this one as well. Just a whole lot, is it?
Yeah, everything.
That's a big dump. This thing is just too fast for the roads. Just fighting for traction there. Yeah, if you had some big boy grippy tyres on this would be a problem for some people, for some cars on track. Jesus. Have you got any future plans for it, or you?
Nah, not for a minute. Yeah, no, it'll stay as it is for a bit. The next stage is up, is all new intake manifold and everything like that to do it. And then that'd get it up to 600 plus, but that's a lot more work and it's more than capable as it is. So the plan is at the moment to use it a bit. Use it on the track, use it on the road.
Sweating. When this gets onto boost, you just grip the wheel so hard.
Yeah.
Because you just like, this thing just keeps going. It's just crazy. Crazy.
Why are you coming fast?
He took me out. Right, I'm gonna let Ben do this because he knows how to drive this car and I don't. After getting used to it for a little bit, I mean, it's fairly easy to drive, but obviously we're going to try a little 100 to 200 down here and see how she gets on. Like I say, it's dried up a little bit, so it should be fine. It was doing a little boost cut there, weirdly, in the top stuff. So I mean, not really sure why that was, but we've turned it down a couple notches anyway. So we're still going to give it the full beans, and what do you reckon it will pull?
Hopefully we can get a sub 7 would be nice.
Under 7?
Yeah, hopefully we can get a sub
Yeah?
7. Yeah.
Ben's calling under 7 seconds, 100 to 200. You'll have to register it if it is.
Yeah. I'll get a pull through it. She's hot.
So yeah, that didn't go well. As you can see by this footage we just got out, well, the footage I've already shown you guys, it's somehow the oil cap had come off. So we've just been doing a pull down there and it's just been spitting oil everywhere. It's all up the bonnet, all on the thing. Oh god. Good job we caught it now, because literally like, it's still smoking now because it's just burning all the oil off. But yeah, not good. I'm going to end the video there, guys. Obviously, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe and all that stuff as you normally do, and hit the bell notification to find your way back. Obviously, massive shout out to Ben for bringing the car down. Really enjoy driving it, and like I say, the overall experience, like once you get something, like you say, double the horsepower it was from factory, it's just different. It's just different level. Like having something with that much power in the front wheels as well is obviously a challenge to get hold of, but the car's traction control, you know, steps in and does a little bit of that for you. But you know, it's one of those things I think where you know exactly how this car works and all of the things that you've done to it, you've done yourself. Yeah. You know exactly where it is, and I think that shows, especially when you drive it. You know exactly what to press and what, you know, all those things in the right time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. You're indicating wrong. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.